This is Amma. Today I'm going to show you how to make bibimbap sauce. I think one of the Korean food, the famous one is the bibimbap sauce. Bibimbap. Now this sauce is going to be used for bibimbap, naengmyeon, even as a salad dressing or a fresh vegetable dip. So now basically what I'm going to be using for my sauce is going to be a little bit different. I like to use real fruit. So I have apple, onion, garlic, and I'll be adding yogurt. This is the, I think they call this yogurt, so this is the probiotic. And I'll be using the most important part. You have to buy Korean red pepper paste. Now usually I carry this little cute one. Usually at home I have the big ones, but I'm having this one now. So what I'm going to be showing you is you're going to have to chop up all the vegetables. And I'll come back to you. Now this is a small onion. This is a huge Fuji apple. You could use any kind of fruits. When Korean melon was available, I would use that. When persimmons are available, I would use that. Right now, I'm going to be using apple because that's what I have. Mostly on the bibimbap sauce, they don't add all this stuff in it. But I like to add all this inside the bibimbap sauce because it's good for you. Please find out what onion does, what garlic does to your body. And I'm not cooking it. It will be raw version. So I'll show you how to cut the apple first, okay? So cut the half. I'm just gonna use half now. The reason being, you could always add more, but once you add it, it's hard to get it out. So I'm gonna be using applesauce. Apple, I mean. So I always carry handheld blender. This is the reason why I like to make sauce and I don't have to worry about grinding it up. So I'm just going to use the handheld blender. Now if you don't have handheld blender, you're going to have to just use applesauce. Now the round onion, you might not be able to puree it. So you might have to, I don't know what to tell you. Carry a handheld blender. It's pretty good. Now, I have garlic. So I'm gonna add the garlic is good for you, and it helps you. So I add about 6 in there. There's no right or wrong. Now, if you don't want a heavy garlic breath, don't put too much. Now, I'm gonna be using round onion, and I only used half right now, so I'm going to blend it all down first and let's see how that works. Now I'm going to be adding yogurt probiotic, and the reason for that is so that this is going to help you to digest the food, especially the vegetables. And I'll be adding, this will be sour, it will be sweet, spicy, and tangy, and salty. All that combination is going to be in it. I'm going to put in about 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. And this is the one with the mother, raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar. So I'm going to try to add the mother to it because that is also a probiotic. So right now I'm adding 1/4 cup. And we're going to blend it. Have patience. get all this stuff out. Now next time, cut it in a smaller pieces. Okay, well, make sure there's no big chunks or anything. So let me smell. Smells like garlic and apple. Okay, it's grounded now, so see, it's thick. Now I'm going to be adding the red pepper paste. Now this also, depending on how spicy you want to put in, you control the content, okay? Now this is the Korean rice spoon, and I'm going to put in about 2-3 spoonful. So far I added 2. And you know what? Before you put in more, we're gonna wait a little bit. We could always add more, but let's not try to put everything in together at once. Right now I'm gonna be adding the cooking wine, the mirin. You don't have to, this is optional. So I put 1 teaspoonful. Now I did add the apple and the yogurt stuff, but if it's not sweet, I might have to add sweeteners. So now I'm gonna blend it again and see what the consistency is. Oh yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna check on the consistency. It's very important how it's supposed to look like. Take that out. See, it's runny. And I'm gonna taste and see what does it need. I haven't put the sesame oil yet, so I'm gonna just taste it first. It's sweet, but it's not as sweet as the restaurant stuff. It's tangy, and I put the raw garlic and onion in it. So now it's time to add sesame oil. Toasted sesame oil gives it a really great flavor. So I put 1 tablespoon and 2. I put 2 tablespoons in it. And I want it a little bit more tangier. So I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I'm adding some soy sauce. I'm going to be adding a tablespoon. Now the last one, I want to show you the differences, what you can do. There's 3 sweeteners that you can use. Restaurants like to use the cornstarch because what it does is it makes it sweet, but then again, it also makes it glossy. So, you know how their food looks really delicious? Well, that's because it's because of the gloss. If you don't have to put that in, stay away from it if you can. Honey is a good choice as well. But you know, my other channel, Omma's Kitchen, you know how I make enzymes? For home uses, I would use enzyme to sweeten it. Just because it's good for you. It already has, I'm using fruit enzyme. So I'm going to be adding, I want it a little bit sweeter. Now if you don't have enzyme, you could use honey. Now, everybody has a different taste. So if you don't want them too sweet, don't add too much to it. I'm putting 2 tablespoons to mine. And I'm going to be adding 1 more spoonful of red pepper paste because it's getting runny. So now one thing about cooking, there's never wrong and there's never right. So, you know, if you think it's not okay, you could always fix things. So don't expect to be perfect because I made a lot of mistake. So I'm a queen of mistake. So I just want you to know, it doesn't always come out the perfect as you think, but there's always a way to fix things. Now, let's see. I'm going to blend it one more time. Okay, I like what I'm seeing. I like the consistency. Oh, well, my kitchen's getting messy. And you know where this place is? It's not my home. It's my RV. You know, I do eat like this when we travel. So this is nothing new to us. So now it's time for me to taste this. Let me show you the consistency. It's a little bit runny. If you think it's too runny, you could always add a little bit more red pepper paste. And that will do fine. So right now it looks a little runny. So let me taste. It's not as sweet because I'm not putting in so much sugary stuff. You know what? Add 1 more. I want them thicker. There's this consistency I'm looking for. And that consistency is more like, I don't know what to call it. Like a honey consistency. So I'm going to add 1 more. So total right now is going to be 4 Korean rice spoonful. And I will say that will be a tablespoon. So I'm going to blend it 1 more time. Oh yeah, perfect. Okie dokie. Yeah, it's getting messy. So let me see now. Final touch. Let me show you the consistency. That's pretty good consistency. You can make it thicker, okay? Now with this, guess what this is? You could cook Korean pasta with it. Yep. It's not salty. I don't need too salty. Now, if you guys want to make it more saltier, you could add more red pepper paste or add more soy sauce, okay? That way it gets saltier. The vegetables already have a lot of salt, so I'm avoiding that. So it's ready. Now, I could add a little bit more sesame oil, but you would put that in when you're eating, when you're cooking with it. This just has a basic to it. Now that it's ready, now I bought this one at the Walmart, so I'm going to be using this, and I'll be putting it in like that, and I will be carrying this. Usually when I go to camping, I already have it ready, so all I have to do is carry this. Now, as usual, I made a lot. Sorry about that, but you know what though? One thing good about this stuff is that it lasts a while. It lasts, I would say, about 2 weeks, at least a week in refrigerator. And you already have sauce. You could use it as a salad dressing as well, because I made it a little bit runny. But if you make it thicker, you could use it as a vegetable dip. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. My version of bibimbap sauce is using raw vegetables, using a lot of garlic and fruits. If you could use it, yeah, why not? Why go for sugar right away when you have all these wonderful ingredients to work with? So be creative. Use what you have. Use the one that is good for your health. And you don't have to follow every strict guidelines because food is supposed to be creative. So be creative with your recipe and do what I do. use your family as a guinea pig and let them be healthy and happy. Okay? So anyway, thanks for watching the video. Take care of yourself, and see you next time. And if you do like my videos, hey, subscribe and thumbs up would be nice. And take care of your family and yourself. God bless you. Bye.